Live, brought to you exclusively by Abu Garcia.
Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas. Hey, everybody. How you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. This is the day after Christmas. Thank you for joining us for a brand new Ike Live show. Miss Rebecca and I are down here at the bar. Looking forward to hanging out with everybody for 1 hour on this beautiful Friday. See some people checking in with us. I forgot my readers. That's bad. Not going to be able to read anybody's names, but I'm seeing a lot of Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to everybody checking in tonight. We're going to do a normal at the bar. We got some topics for you tonight. And then at the end of the show, for everybody that's checked in with us now, stick around because we have a huge, giant, big, stupendous, exciting announcement for you at the very end of the show. So it's going to be a good one. Let me remind you, Ike Live is brought to you by Abu Garcia, the maker of great rods and reels. Head on over to abugarcia.com and check out what they've got. Christmas is a great time. Listen, if you're watching this right now and you got gift cards, you got Tackle Warehouse gift cards, whatever, go check them Abu reels out. They're pretty awesome. Also, shows brought to you by Tackle Warehouse. Now's a great time to go to Tackle Warehouse. If you've got some extra money laying around, if you've got a gift card from TW, go on over there. Got some great stuff. Last but not least, this show is brought to you by the Ike Foundation. Trying to get kids fishing one at a time. Go to the Iaconelli.org. You want to help with growing the sport.org. All right, guys, we're at the bar. It's a Friday night. If you're watching this and you're a parent, if you are a mom or a dad, a parent, a grandparent, an uncle, Christmas is a lot of work. So this is a good time that we can celebrate that Christmas is over, guys. We can celebrate. And Becky and I are going to have a cocktail with you tonight at the bar. And tonight, I'm going to go a little more old school than what I normally drink. And I'm going Guinness, guys. Talk about a good wintertime, dark, a stout style ale, stout, whatever it is. Guinness. Now, here's the deal. Guinness in a can. I know what you're thinking. If you're a beer drinker, you're like, Guinness in a can's no good. As I'm making a mess. Guinness in a can's no good. But they got a little ball in there. It's like a little floating ball in there. And it does pour. It pours a lot like a draft. Like if this John was coming right out of the tap. And if you're a fan of Guinness, you know that them nitrous bubbles or whatever the hell that is, that look, whoo, it's good wintertime beer. Got that. That's because I'm lifting weights. So Guinness for me tonight, guys, little wintertime beer. And Becky, what do you got tonight? I see
just Prosecco.
I see some Prosecco, rosé. Is it a rosé Prosecco?
Yeah.
And you put a little Saint Germain on the top of that?
Yeah.
And that's a nice holiday beverage as well. So
if you put cranberry in, it's a poinsettia.
If you put cranberry in that, it's a poinsettia. Okay, maybe that's a good first topic as we got all these people checking in with us. If you're watching with us tonight, by the way, we're going to be checking the IMs, the DMs coming through, and I see so many Merry Christmases. Guys, Merry Christmas. Happy holiday. I hope you had a good one. Christmas is an amazing holiday. It has so many meanings. Of course, the obvious meaning is the birth of Christ. It's the most important day. If you're religious, it's a great day. It's a great celebration. For anglers, professional anglers, it's a great day because it's home. And it's the one time, if I look back over the years, and Becky could agree with this, I've missed birthdays. I've missed kids being born. No, I have never missed a kid being born.
No, you saw them all.
I've saw all the ones being born, but birthdays,
You just
anniversaries,
didn't drive them home.
Mother's Day, Easter. We've had Bassmaster scheduled tournaments on Easter. We've missed so many holidays.
The holiest of holy days.
Yeah, the holiest of holy days, and Bassmaster schedules an event. But anyway, we've missed so many days traveling and tour fishing. But Christmas has always been one where we're together as a family, and I love that.
And we do togetherness, a lot of it.
We do. So Merry Christmas to everybody checking in. But let's start the first topic. What was your favorite beverage on Christmas? And listen, beverage, just since we're talking about drinks. And it doesn't even have to be an alcoholic beverage. If it's a soda or a Shirley Temple or whatever it is. But I got to tell you, my favorite drink on the holidays, and watch Becky's face when I say this, guys, eggnog. Straight up eggnog. I am a big fan of eggnog. And here's the deal. Becky hates it.
Creamy alcohol, I don't love.
She doesn't like creamy alcohol. But I love eggnog during the holidays. There's something about it. And I'm going to get a little, it's going to sound corny, but maybe about 5 years ago, my Uncle Don found pre-mixed how do you say it? Evan Williams. I got it. Evan Williams. Pre-mixed Evan Williams eggnog. And the shit's already mixed together. Amazing. And I'm not sponsored by them because I can't even say their name, but amazing eggnog that's already pre-mixed.
That Edwin Evers.
Is
so good.
Edwin Evers eggnog is so great. But
it's got to be the pecans.
The pecans have something to it. But I'm seeing some come through. I'm seeing a Dave. I see gin and tonic. I see cranberry ginger with vodka.
Crown Royal chocolate with eggnog.
Ooh,
I didn't even know there was a Crown Royal chocolate.
Crown Royal chocolate with eggnog. Yo, who said that? Is that I see? I don't have my glasses. I can't see a single thing. So I'm really trying, guys. That when you get old, you can't see anything. Of course, I forgot mine. I'm seeing a lot of eggnog come through. Yes, indeedy. Peach moonshine coming through, which is
Southern Comfort eggnog.
Southern Comfort eggnog is a good one. I like that.
Captain and root beer.
I think it's Greg with a good brandy. Definitely a good brandy. I think on the holidays, it's warm, it's rich. I like that one a lot.
We named a drink. What was the one? The Dandelion.
Dandelion is a good one.
The Jack Daniel's honey and ginger ale. That used to be a go-to.
Yep. Becky got a Becky looking fabulous comment. Of course,
I have my Shinesty overalls on.
You got the holiday spirit going on here, guys. So
Vegas got me this smooshy little cover.
This was a Christmas gift. Yeah. So man, seeing some good ones come through here. I think anything warm, anything dark, rich is a good holiday beverage.
We got the kids covered. We got their Martinellis.
We got the kids covered with the non-alcoholic champagne. Apple cider is really good. If you're a non-drinker, that's a real good drink. But I have to say, and we're gonna apple pie moonshine. See a lot of moonshine come through. I like that. We're gonna switch topics from favorite holiday drink to favorite holiday gift. Now, and the reason for this little transfer here is one of my favorite holiday gifts this year was a drink, was a beverage. And so Santa brought me a nice trio sampler of Japanese whiskey, which I thought was awesome, which I thought was great. And I have not owned Japanese whiskey, so I'm excited to sample the Japanese whiskey.
Mrs. Claus did her research.
Mrs. Claus did her research, and we got some nice Japanese whiskey. We'll be doing some highballs with that?
Listen, again, not sponsored by them, but if you live in a state where you can have alcohol delivered to you, and you're looking for like harder to find things, because it was not easy to find Japanese whiskey around here, Caskers.com.
Caskers.com, guys, if you're looking for hard to get stuff.
Gotten me out of a bind many times.
All right, so I'm seeing some. I see a jerk bait in the hair was a good gift. I see some portable speakers coming through. See some Bass Pro gift cards coming through.
Duluth Trading heavy wool boot socks.
Ooh, Duluth. Now listen to me. Duluth Trading makes great stuff. They make some great stuff.
Stopped making their zip wallet though.
The zip wallet.
So I had to go to Carhartt this year.
A Carhartt zip wallet is something I received this year. It was awesome. I see boat cover coming through. I'm trying to think. Our kids had a pretty good Christmas. We had clothing opened up under the tree. We had some fishing stuff with Vegas, rod and reel, new rod and reel. Our daughter had a big gift for our youngest daughter was a what would you call it? Makeup desk or
It's a vanity.
vanity? A vanity for her room.
It's her big girl vanity.
She also got a skateboard, which was a great one for her.
Yeah. And she already told me she wants a half pipe.
She wants a half pipe. We bought her a skateboard. She already wants a half pipe, guys. That was quick. But
Shout out to Corey.
Shout out to Corey. Yeah. Beck, what would you say? You got some cool stuff this year. Anything that's at the top of your list, or what would you say?
I was super excited about my planters.
The planters?
Because I want more plants in the house, and I wanted some big planters. I'm bougie, so I was super excited about my vintage Chanel that I've been smushing over.
Yep, vintage Chanel. I see a trolling motor come through. I saw a comment that said it's all about the kids. I would agree with that 100%. And it does change.
It's not all about the kids.
Well, not all, but it's heavily leaning toward the kids.
A lot of the fun, but I have to be honest, if you're just a big kid as an adult, Christmas is just as fun. I still love all the stuff. I still want to see all the lights, probably more than the kids. I still want to make all the cookies. I still want to do all the traditions. Christmas music has to play from Thanksgiving till it's still playing after New Year's. Like, I'm obsessed. So apparently I'm just a big kid.
I saw Scott came through with a comment. And if you're watching and you're a fisherman, Scott said his gift to himself is to go striper fishing. That's a good gift too. You know, fishing I think is a great gift.
Yeah.
For sure.
I honestly think for the holidays and everything, you could buy somebody a $5 gift, but if you know it's something that person is going to love, like if you got them this pencil that was so funny and it's so them, like I don't think it has anything to do with the money. It has to do with the thought. Like, and so I have to be honest, like for all of you last minute shoppers, it horrifies me. It does. I'm not going to lie. Because like, I feel like so much thought goes into every gift I get for every person. Like I start so early because I want to make sure like I get this thing, whatever it is. And like, I know they're really going to want it or care or like it, or like, there's just thought. So the idea of like last minute shopping might be good for like stocking stuffer or something, but like for the actual gift, I'm like, so you just walked around the mall and were like, oh yeah, they'll like this half bit. Like,
I agree.
I know,
but
I just totally offended half.
No.
I'm so sorry.
I agree, but to have a opposite opinion of what you're saying, I think last minute shopping does sometimes present things are put in front of you that you might not normally get.
That gives me anxiety.
Like spur of the moment, and I think sometimes those gifts.
What if you don't find it?
Well, if you don't find it, it's one thing. But if you run into something last minute that's unique, that's spur of the moment, I think sometimes they're better gifts. You know. So I'm not saying all of it, but I'm saying leaving a little bit of the shopping for last minutes is
maybe some of the shopping. But if you leave all of it, I'm scared.
Yes.
It just gives me anxiety.
I'm seeing a lot of fishing equipment. I'm seeing one. My son asked me to make him custom spinner baits. That's awesome. Making custom lures. I mean, how can you guys beat that? You know. So a lot of cool gifts. Now, I do want to keep going. And besides gifts, Becky mentioned something that, and I want to hear from you guys about this. And this is a big one for the Iaconellis for sure. And around the holidays, we have, wow, the dogs just came running in like crazy because we have freezing rain and sleet here tonight. So I think the dogs just got their whole bodies was ice and they came in. I want to change the topic, guys.
It was like 100-pound like leaping deer.
You just
all the way over the couch.
it was like a deer. It was like a buck that came through. I want to change topic, guys, and talk about Christmas traditions, holiday traditions. You know, it's a big part of Christmas for us, and we've had in our lives together, we've had these traditions that we've built over the years, and I'm like, some of the traditions just to me are phenomenal. You know, like some are more mundane, some are a little bit crazier, but I love the traditions of Christmas and that feeling of knowing that here's another year, you're watching your kids grow, life's changing, but the stability of holiday traditions is something that's so nice. So you want to talk about a couple, Beck? You know, we have
well, some of the traditions are just places that we always go.
places we always go, but that's a tradition,
as
though.
a family,
That's
like
a
where
tradition.
we see Santa
Yeah, that's a
Claus,
tradition.
And we always go down to Cape May. So we go into Love Park, Philly. That's where we go see Santa.
And the Philadelphia, yep.
And then we have a restaurant that we always go to afterwards. We have Cape May we go to.
Cape May is a great, if you live in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, Cape May is a great place to go during the holidays, during Christmas. Definitely suggest
we always
that.
go to the Mad Batter, and the first thing we do.
Yep, matching. I saw matching outfits from Jerry come through. Yep.
So we have one of our big traditions, and the conversation starts in July, 4th of July.
I see playing Uno. Playing Uno is a good one.
All 4 kids and significant others, we're all together. Starts in July.
Yeah.
What is the Christmas Eve theme gonna be? And we've had it be like snowflakes or velvet.
You're talking about like a dress up. Dress up theme
how we dress
on Christmas Eve. Yeah.
We all dress a theme, same theme on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
So this year, the big kids picked Prohibition, Flapper.
That was fun.
So we had fun. We were all dressed in that. We always eat lobster and lamb.
Lobster and lamb for dinner. Shout out to Lobster Troy.
Yeah, Becky kind of lost it this year because
it's a lot of work. The lobster.
Like every mishap that could have happened this year.
Yeah.
So I got the lamb. I opened the lamb to marinate it 24 hours prior. It smelled like death.
We got bad meat, guys. We got bad lamb, bad meat.
So we had to go back to the grocery store.
We had to restock the lamb on Christmas Eve morning, which is always stressful. And then, of course, the lobster, you know, because we're getting this lobster shipped directly from Maine. And we had it scheduled to ship the day before Christmas Eve. And that flight got canceled.
For weather.
For weather.
It's Maine.
It's Maine, right. So then we finally got the lobster like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock-ish.
And everyone's there dressed up.
Everyone's already there, dressed up.
Mike and I.
Becky and I are there. We're boiling the lobsters. The poor damn lobsters are, we're cracking the lobsters. We're pulling the meat. And then, this is my fault. We decided, I was like, Beck, let's do a lobster bisque this year, lobster bisque soup this year. And a lot of work. I didn't realize that because I'm not a cook myself, but
I didn't pay enough attention to it.
A lot of work, but
so I spent the rest of the evening, an hour and a half.
Right.
Everyone took lovely pictures without me.
Yeah, and
they had fun. They played games.
Yeah, poor Becky's cooking the soup, taking forever. I'm doing the lamb chops. It's like 5 minutes aside. You know what I mean? Shh, done. You know. So, but that's great tradition.
We made it. It was a great tradition.
Yeah, and I love the tradition.
The lobster bisque was absolutely amazing.
Amazing lobster bisque. Yeah, but
I
probably
will
never again.
Make that again for Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
I would make it again, just not Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Then, so we've always been the ones to provide the Christmas jammies, Jim Jam jabronis,
Christmas
PJs,
pajamas.
whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, Christmas pajamas.
So as soon as dinner's over, everyone wants their surprise jammies. It's always themed, whatever. Actually, these were last year's.
Yeah. Yep.
I gave all sorts of Shynasty overalls and onesies to everyone. Super fun. This year, one of our older daughters said, I'll do the jammies, which I'm like, heck yes. I'm ready for somebody. We do the ones with like everyone's animal's face on them, or like we've had interesting themes. Anyway, she did them this year. Got us all onesies off Amazon. I was a dragon. You were a shark.
I was a shark. Vegas was a shark. We had a lot of different.
We had
they were all
alien,
onesies though.
A cat, cool. 2 gators, a unicorn. It was hilarious.
It was funny.
But I have got to tell you, by the next day, I was so tired of I had a tail and wings on my onesie.
Yeah, tail and wings.
And anytime I turned or tried to sit down, my tail, I don't want to be a dragon.
Yeah.
Like, I'd like to have a pet dragon, but I don't want to be a dragon.
You don't want to be a dragon. Andrew is chiming through and said for over 20 years, he and his dad's tradition are frying peanuts. That's great. Like,
that's really cool. What all
what
do
a
you do to
super,
fry peanuts?
I don't know what you do to fry peanuts, but super cool tradition there.
Wait, they're not all fried, right? Because some are dry roasted.
I don't know. I don't know how you fry peanuts, but those.
Can you tell us more?
Yeah,
Andrew?
but those kind of traditions are awesome. By the way, we got somebody that said they like your earrings, little cocktail glass looking earring or whatever that thing is. But traditions are great. I love the holiday traditions. The last one I want to tell you about is that we go fishing on Christmas Day, and that's been a fun tradition for us. We have definitely had years where we can't go fishing on the lake we live on because it's frozen, the ice is too thin, we can't ice fish, and we try to find a spillway. We find something. We try to fish for a little bit of time every Christmas. And this year was cool because I had my Uncle Don with me, and I also had Vegas with me, and it was nice, even though we only made it a couple hours. It was a nice tradition. So.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Bobby asked Andrew, "Do you fry peanuts in peanut oil?" What came first, the chicken or the egg?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I have so many questions now.
So many questions
I'm
about
gonna be up all night researching peanuts.
Yep, I got a couple. I saw a couple hunting come through on Christmas Day. They go hunting, whether it's waterfowl or something like that. That's a great tradition as well. All right.
Chris said they went to the same Santa for 15 years, and when they couldn't during COVID, they hired him for a Zoom meeting.
Wow.
That's so resourceful.
That's so cool. Everything's changing and getting more, digital and all that. So Santa via Zoom, I get it. I think that's cool. Let's see.
You have to think about it. Poor Santa.
Yep, crab balls. I see Brian coming through with the crab ball tradition. That's super cool.
Yeah, and does everybody still to this day, doesn't matter how old your kids are, they still have to sit at the top of the stairs in the Christmas morning.
Of the stairs. We do that still. We do that still. Like, we've got grown kids, we have little kids. That's a cool tradition. That's fun.
They can't come down until
everything's ready. The adults all get their coffee. Now we have older kids, so we're sending coffee up the stairs. But that's fun. For me, that's fun because you're kind of looking up at your history and your family, and I don't know, it's great.
It's more fun that way. I want them all to come down at once. I want the surprise. So fun. All right, so that's our tradition.
That's our traditions. All right, guys, speaking of traditions, this is a cool topic. We're going to change topics here for you. We get about halfway through. Traditions, it's like another thing of like bringing old retro stuff back. It's, traditions of years past. And I kind of already gave it away in the last Ike Live that we did, but I think it's official now, so we could officially give this away. And I am really, really, really stoked and excited to let you guys know that in 2026, I will be running not just the boat not just the truck, but the jersey, all three, I'm going to be running the retro flame logo that if you remember in the history of bass fishing, the retro flames I ran during the 2004 to 2006 era of bass fishing. I ran the retro flames. So we're going to be bringing those back this year, guys. I'm very, very excited.
Would you say 2007 started to modernize flames?
2007, I think the flames started changing a little bit. And then in 2000.
Well, it went from like a cotton jersey to.
Yeah, they also.
Sublimated or whatever.
Sublimated printing. Yeah. So that's the thing, guys. You got to remember. And I love, and my brain, wait, I see a comment, am I bringing breakdancing back? Absolutely. I'm either going to bring breakdancing back or just break. I might just break my bones.
I'll have somebody else do the breakdance.
I'll have somebody else do that. I have a stunt double do the breakdance. But yeah, so the jerseys themselves have changed, guys. You got to remember, like when I first started, the early 90s, there weren't even jerseys. They were vests. So like in my early days, 90 to say 95, they were vests. So you wore just a button-up shirt or a polo, and then you would put a vest on over top, sleeveless vest that had the patches. And we're going to be talking about that in a second. Well, I might as well just show it right now.
And before that was the jumpsuit,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, before that was the jumpsuit. Here, guys, here's what the deal was back in the day. You put a vest on, and then I want to say, let's call it mid-90s, 96, 7, you started seeing the vest go away, and you started seeing the button-up shirt or the polo shirt with the embroidery directly on that. And then that's
so uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, super uncomfortable, guys, because we're talking about like heavy cotton. I don't even know what the material was, but heavy.
Well, the back is always scratchy.
Yeah, scratchy. It was heavy. And then you had the embroidery. Yeah, that it touched your titty, made your nipple all uncomfortable, all that stuff. But then those jerseys started to evolve, and you know, they eventually evolved into the sublimated printing where there's no embroidery. But I do have to tell you the story of the flames. And thank you, John. I appreciate it. The story of the flames. So, you know, when things started really happening for me in the early 2000s, you know, 2001, 2, winning a few tournaments, 2003, won the Bassmaster Classic. And up to that point, all the jerseys were very plain, meaning that you just had just your sponsors, nothing else, or you had the jersey that the sponsor provided you. Okay. And so I remember this like it was yesterday. So at that time, 2002, 2003, I had a Yamaha supplied jersey. So if you were on Team Yamaha, it was white and blue. It had a, you know, I can't remember, the top half was white, the bottom half was blue, vice versa. And then you would get your logos put on the Yamaha jersey. And you saw boat manufacturer, you saw a lot of Ranger, you know, Triton jerseys. But like in talking with a few of my cohorts at the time, and at the time I was hanging out with, you know, guys like Byron Velvick, Brett Hite, John Murray. You know, we were touring together. We were doing some traveling together. And we were like, man, we got to change this up. This is so uncool to have these just regular jerseys. And I remember, you know, we started, yeah, we got to make them look cool and this and that. And then guys around that exact time, 2004, 2005, you started to see them take their jerseys to a whole new level with logos and unique colors and different fits. the not traditional jerseys. So I remember, I want to say it was 2004. I think it was 2004, midway through the season, I changed my jersey. And instead of wearing the Yamaha jersey, I officially wore that black and red and yellow flame jersey for the first time.
You were allowed to change your jersey mid-season.
I just did it. I didn't ask. Bass didn't have the requirements back then.
Oh.
So
nowadays you have to be approved.
Now you have to be approved. But during the tournament, I remember it was at Lake Gunnersville, and I was like cold, and I showed the jersey. I took my sweatshirt off, and I can't remember exactly, but I unveiled the jersey during the tournament. I had
You were on the boat fishing?
On the boat fishing. I had a camera with me. Not live. There was no live back then, but I had a camera with me.
Did you practice, like take your sweatshirt?
No, I didn't practice. But here's the funny thing, guys. So months later, when that show aired and the results came out in the magazine, because remember, no live. So this would be like a month or two later. Yamaha was mad. Yamaha was mad. They were so mad. And generally the industry was mad because you weren't supposed to create your own jersey and wear. No. That was bad. You got to remember
you were
that
promoting yourself.
You're promoting yourself more than the sponsor. And the fact that I had flames, I had my Ike, it said Ike on the back was the biggest thing on the jersey. Dude, people lost their fucking minds. And it seems so ridiculous. Talking about it now, it seems ridiculous. But back then, the sport was uber conservative, guys. It's still conservative. But
when did ESPN buy?
ESPN bought it in the early to mid 2000s.
So they didn't care. The tournament organization didn't care. They probably loved it.
They loved it.
Sponsors.
Very much a sponsor thing was old school. And some of the sponsors didn't like it because they wanted to follow tradition too. But that's the story of the flame jersey. So we're bringing that back. I'm stoked about that. I'm excited about the flame jersey coming back. Should we redo? Should you have like another sweatshirt on over top? Maybe I'll redo that. Yeah, maybe I'll redo that. That unveiling live at the first event of the year. Who knows? Maybe I'll have a good tournament and I'll be a camera guy on me. But that's the story of the retro jersey. Bringing it back, truck, boat, and jersey. I'm very, very excited about that. So that's cool. Now, talking about that, guys, I did want to bring this up, and I was supposed to bring it up earlier in my notes, and I forgot. But, a lot of times around Christmas, you don't get what you want, right? We talked about the things that we got and we loved, but sometimes during the holiday, and Becky, you can be honest, if you want to be honest with me and tell me about something you got that you didn't love or whatever, you don't get what you want on Christmas, right? Sometimes you don't.
Are you like manifesting onto me? Is there something you didn't like?
No, I loved everything. No, but we are running
Is that the right word?
we are running a killer promotion right now. If you didn't get what you wanted this Christmas, you're going to have a chance to get some amazing stuff. All right, and I want to show them to you. By the way, we'll put, I guess there's a way we could put the link somewhere or something. I don't know how we do that, but go to my social media. If not, maybe we could put a link up. But we're running a promotion right now. And basically, here's what we're giving, guys. Look at this. You ready? 3 chop blocks, all 3 sizes. So we've got the 6, the 8, and the 10 chop blocks. We also have in this gift prize, whatever this thing is, Abu Garcia. This is the Ike Series spinning reel, brand new in a box. And last but not least, guys, and this is a big one. We just got done talking about it. We're going to be including a one-of-a-kind autographed. Oh, how do I do this? Like that. Autographed embroidered vest. All right, guys. Now I want to tell you, the chop blocks are cool. The Ike reel's cool. But guys, we only had 12 of these made last year. 12. That's a dozen. Is 12 a dozen?
Yeah.
12 of these made last year. This is for the 30th year promotion we ran last year. And we're going to be giving one of these away. Okay, so 3 chop blocks a reel and this one-of-a-kind vest. And guys, all you have to do,
There's a little bit of work.
all you have to do
Not hard.
is head on over to my social media. You have to
like the post.
like the post,
You're going to make sure you're following on Instagram.
follow on Insta,
on YouTube.
and follow me. Subscribe to me on YouTube. Share the post. It's real easy.
Then just say what your favorite Christmas present
And
was.
say what your favorite Christmas gift is.
We're
So,
not making you tag a friend or anything. You
No.
get to just say what was your favorite Christmas present.
so I invite everybody watching this live right now, or if you're watching this later, if you're listening to this later, we're going to start that promotion. I think it already started.
It started.
Okay, and we're gonna
Social.
run it all the way through New Year's. Is that correct? We're gonna run this all the way through New Year's. So you have a week. Head on over there to one of those social sites, do everything, and you're gonna have a chance to win that. So I'm very, very excited about that, guys.
We have more stuff we're giving away this year.
Yeah.
So many things.
So many things. So many things. We got about 20 minutes left. Let me remind you guys. Thanks for tuning in. This is the Ike Live Holiday Edition at the bar with Becky and I, and we're having a cocktail with you. I want to say cheers to you. Hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas. Hope you had a blessed day yesterday. We're going to keep talking a little bit here. And I think the next place, and by the way, keep in mind, if you're watching, watch till the end, because at about 20 minutes, 9 o'clock, give or take, we're going to be making a big announcement, guys.
Or Mike is going to sing you a Christmas carol.
I'm not going to, my Christmas caroling is horrible. She's always telling me to shut up, like all the time when I start singing. She says, that's not singing. I said, yes, that's singing. But at the end of this show, we're going to be making a giant, huge announcement. So I want you to stay tuned. But let's switch topics and want to talk about, trying to think of the right way to put this. The state of sponsorships. The state of sponsorships in the pro fishing world today, 2025, going into 2026. Guys, you've probably heard us mentioning this in the last few shows, but the sponsorship world right now in professional fishing, it sucks. It's really, really bad. The sponsorship game in professional fishing is as tough or tougher than I've ever seen it in my career, in the history of my career. So 30 plus years, I've never seen the sponsorship game so challenging and difficult and bad. And, you know, here's the thing. I think
there's a lot of factors.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors. And so, you know, that's, if you're listening to this and you're like, really? Why? You know, and that's if you were just from afar listening to this, you'd be like, why is it bad? Like, the economy's okay. The fishing sales are pretty good. A lot of companies I work with, sales are great. Why is it so bad, right? Like, you could flash back to 2008. And in 2008, it got tough too.
Oh yeah.
We had a recession, and you know, the recession factors had trickled their way into professional fishing sponsorships. But what makes it so odd is
but hold on. But the thing about 2008 was if you were still working hard to help your sponsors sell products,
right.
You held on to your sponsorships
Yeah.
because your value was seen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
a sponsorship isn't just wearing a logo or anything. It never was. It was all about if you help them sell products, you were worth the investment.
Right.
So listen, if they pay you $5,000, but they sell 10 grand in products because of you, you were worth the investment.
You're worth the investment. Right.
Okay. So nowadays, and we've all seen it happen. I mean, we joked about it so many years ago. Everyone's a pro. Everyone's got a logo on their jersey. You know what I mean?
That was the Ish Monroe.
That was Ish.
Ish loved to argue about that. I love it.
But he wasn't wrong.
He wasn't
Here's
wrong.
the part
No,
that
he wasn't
wrong about, because people were willing to throw a logo on a jersey for next to nothing, which ultimately hurt the people that were getting paid.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
If that guy's going to do it for nothing,
right.
and this guy over here is getting paid this,
right.
Well, why keep paying this guy over here when you got this whole group of people that's willing to do it for next to nothing? And I understand that those people didn't know that they were hurting the industry, but it hurt.
It hurt.
Well, and then along comes the influencer. The influencer also is willing to do a very similar thing. For the most part.
Influencer.
Should not twist my words.
Yeah.
But my point is, now you also have high school kids, college kids, semi-pro, pro, influencers on social media. So the bucket is so large.
The bucket's large.
Here's my question, though.
Yeah.
Is it that we have so many people with their hand out, it's easier for the sponsor to rationalize paying everyone less, but just paying more people? Or is it true, a lot of sponsors have said this now, not a lot, but we've heard it a handful of times now, that the angler and their worth and the cost, it died.
Yeah.
It's not there.
Yeah. That argument I don't like. That argument I don't like, to say that, you know, it's not worth sponsoring pro anglers anymore, that their influence isn't what it was in years past. I think that's wrong. I think that's a mistake. Has the world changed? Absolutely. You know, Becky mentioned a whole bunch of things. The tournaments themselves, it used to be just Bassmaster and FLW. Now it's Bassmaster. Now it's MLF. Now it's NPFL. Now it's this buddy circuit, extreme whatever. Now it's kayak fishing. So everything has expanded and changed. But getting back to Becky's point, if there's a pro angler and he or she is doing things to move the needle, and that angler is, you know, has an impact, why would you change? Like, why would you change the course of using an angler like that to help you sell more stuff?
There's still a lot of those guys out there, and we keep getting calls and stories about getting cut or cut back.
It's horrendous how many emails and calls and texts we get about guys just getting cut back to nothing, trimmed back to nothing, flat out canned. You know, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. You know, and it's crazy to me, because I feel like that the pro angler still has a lot of worth in moving the needle. And
and I'm not saying anything. I do feel like there's a lot of influencers out there, but I feel like to be an influencer that moves the needle to get you to purchase, those are also a specific few.
Yeah.
Just like there's the pro angler who moves the needle, those are a specific few.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's more than just being on a pro circuit.
Yeah.
It's more than just having a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I don't think you can say one or the other is stronger, but I think there has to be a way to evaluate it. And
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, business is business, and that is the reality of everything in life. But, you know, it breaks my heart to see companies just at the drop of a dime,
So
move on or drop somebody and throw away the years and years of brand equity with someone who really did help them and is still helping them, and just throw it away like that, you know?
okay, so Fishing CPA said that he was more into YouTube influencers. He said, yeah, but I would rather watch someone fishing my exact river or location than a pro angler. You're going to get better info most times. Yes, but you're thinking so small. You think that a massive company is going to pay that guy who's like very like location specific because he's only really targeting you and your local area. You have to find influencers that are broader. I mean, I get what you're saying, and I see why that would make you happier, but at the end of the day, that isn't an argument for a massive company to pay somebody good money. If
Yeah, I mean the word professional still means something, and I don't care if it's fishing or hunting or other sports or whatever profession, plumbing, right? You know, if I want to learn how to do something in the plumbing world, I want to learn from a professional plumber, a plumber that has an established business that's plumbed over 1 million households in his career. That was a joke. I don't know if it's actually called plumbed, but you know, I want to hear from a pro. So you know, the YouTube, the influencer thing doesn't bother me, but from a standpoint of, you know, hey, showing that this works and the angler has proved their merit on a national playing field, I think that has value. That's all I'm saying. I think that still has a lot of value.
I think there's a small number that are worth a value, just like there's a small number of the total pros that are worth that value.
Yeah, we have definitely passed the heyday of sponsorships, guys. And, you know, I think that's the hard thing for a lot of us to chew on, right? Is let me put it this way. You know, as you work at something in your career, as time goes on and you get older and more experienced, you get better at what you do. Mm-hmm. You get better, right? Your seniority is higher. You're more established. In what other profession would you work for less later in your career than earlier in your career, right? You know, you were making $100,000 with this company because you were the best at it in the early 2000s. And as your career builds and as you get better and better and better, now they want to pay you $50,000, half of that. You would, in the normal world, you'd be like, fuck you, I'm out. I ain't working for that. I'll go find somewhere else to work, right?
Chad, I see your comment.
But in fishing,
there's a lot.
Yeah, but in fishing, you know, I think that's the hard thing to chew on. It'll never be as good as it was, guys. I'm gonna generalize it and say, from the early 90s to the early 2020s, it'll never be that good again. From the early 90s to COVID, maybe a little past COVID, it will never be as good as that again in the sponsorship world. That's a hard pill to swallow, knowing that it will never be that good again, right? I'm going to throw a couple guys under the bus here. Some of the old time pros, I'll use one, for example, that's not fishing anymore. That way I won't get in trouble. Okay. Denny Brower, Denny is my hero. Denny, I know you'll never watch this. Maybe you'll hear this secondhand somehow. Dude, you have changed the lives of so many people. You were one of the reasons I wanted to fish professionally. I can never repay you for that. Thank you for being a great role model for me as a kid. Denny Brower, at the height of his career in the early to mid 90s, was getting like 10 or 12 Evinrude motors comped. Denny was getting a dozen 225 Emerald outboards shipped to his freaking house. I don't know, even back then, do the math, guys. 10 grand a motor, a 225 back then. They weren't 250s. We weren't allowed to run 250s back then. A 225 motor at 10 grand, value. He's getting 10 of them. That's 100 grand. Dude, there's nobody getting 10 motors anymore. I think Skeet Reese was the last angler to get a bunch of motors. I don't know the exact number, but he was getting more than 5, less than 10 Mercuries. He was probably the last guy to get that many free motors. And he's not getting that many anymore. It's sad.
Well, and you have to think, we had a lot of companies that had been family owned for so long, and it was
the
way
family ownership is going
now
away.
Everyone is owned and run by some larger corporation. There's no history. There's no,
even the ones that are still owned by a family run business or still privately owned are getting so corporate. They're hiring all these people coming in, that don't know it. They don't have the traditions or the history in fishing, and they're making it feel robotic, which I hate. But guys, sponsorship's tough. It's a tough world right now out there, and I hate that it's like that. I really do. I hate that it's like that.
Opinion. Thank you.
Yeah, we love everyone's opinion. That's one of the reasons we're here. Is we love to hear from people, good, bad. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and we love that. That's what we live in America. It's great because of that. So we appreciate everybody chiming through. All right, guys, I think it's time. We got the most people watching now. It's a Friday, day after Christmas. It's been a little light tonight, but we've got about 350 people watching. What a great time.
I'm getting reprimanded on text message by my brother because I didn't accept a FaceTime with his dog.
Oh no, we'll call your brother back and his dog. We'll FaceTime the dog back. I think it's a great time, guys, to make this announcement live. Really is. We've been on almost an hour now.
But hold on, I do want to say one thing before you make this announcement.
Yeah.
We have approximately 3 really big announcements before the season starts. 3. Uno, dos, tres.
So we're gonna knock one of them back tonight.
One tonight.
We're gonna do one, like right after the new year.
Yep.
And then we're gonna do one right before the season starts.
Yeah.
Before the elite season starts in January.
We don't want to blow that load all at once.
Yeah,
so we're gonna spread it out. We don't need anyone to have a heart attack. We just need to let y'all.
Right. All right, so let's go ahead and do it, guys. So we got a big one for you tonight. And I got to say, it's probably pretty groundbreaking. There's one other similar situation that happens with another angler, but definitely pretty groundbreaking. From our perspective, we've never done this before. We've never done it.
There's not a lot of things we haven't done.
There's not a lot of things we haven't tried. We're going to try it. We're excited about it because it's a unique thing. It's a unique chance to own something that you can own. That's a one of a kind. And I can't really build it up anymore. It's not a Chanel purse. It's not an Hermes. It's not like that. But let's just go ahead and say, drum roll, please. We will be. What's the right word? Raffling. We will be raffling off my 2025 Bass Cat boat. All right, guys, here's the deal. So, yeah. Oh my God, Frank, if I had the money to buy bass, I would buy bass and reform the whole thing. I would reform the whole thing. I have so many ideas, so many people I would love to can right off the giddy, just fire them. All right, let's keep doing. Okay, so we're going to be raffling off my 2025 Bass Cat. Guys, I'm excited about this. But here's the best part of this.
Best part.
Here's the best part. We are going to put all the proceeds to the Ike Foundation. Yes, that's the best part. Guys,
so listen,
yeah.
So the foundation has, you know, we've had a lot of shifts and changes and sponsorships and everything else. And so we feel like one of the best ways that we can bring, you know, a bunch of money so we can still get more and more kids out there fishing. We can give out more rods and reels, more tackle boxes. Like, we can just reach the lives of more children would be through the proceeds of this boat. And then one of you gets to win the boat, which is actually kind of cool.
Yeah, somebody's going to win my boat. And it's my boat that I used on tour last year. It's totally duped out, like over $100,000 worth of equipment, you know, boat, motor, trailer, electronics, trolling motor, power, everything. And we're going to raffle it off. So, you know,
so be on the lookout. It's not ready. It's not up yet.
Because we're working on.
Tell you, get you excited. We're working with a couple sponsors because we kind of want to get it like fully loaded too. Like it'd be awesome if we can have a whole bunch of tackle.
It's going to be full of tackle. It's going to have rods, reels. It's going to have baits in it. It's going to be awesome. But we're going to be launching this sometime right after the new year, and we are going to let it run for a little bit, right? So we're probably going to let it run to the Bassmaster Classic, maybe a little after the Classic. So it'll run for about 3 or 4 months. And you know, you heard me mention Randy Howe does do a program like this, and he's been doing it for a lot of years with King's Home. And such a good program. Shout out to Randy and Robin for doing that, raising so much money for the King's Home. They're in Alabama. They help really disfortunate kids and stuff like that. So we took that concept and we're kind of molding it into our own to help the Ike Foundation, you know? So this is
anywhere in the country.
Guys, this is going to be a big deal for us. So
it's like Powerball.
It's going to be like a really good system to win this boat. It's going to be, the chances are going to be way better than Powerball. You know what I mean? So we'll give you all the details. I don't want to give the exacts yet because we're still working through some of it, but give or take for about $100 a ticket, that's going to be about what the raffle ticket's going to be. So a lot of different ways you're going to be able to get those tickets, a lot of different pages, and we'll have big announcements. Hopefully a lot of the websites and stuff will pick up on this, but we're excited. And then we'll be giving away my boat, and you know, it'll be cool. And we'll do an official kind of deal. Maybe we'll give the boat away personally or something. We'll figure all that out in the details. But
it'll be awesome.
But very excited, guys. We've never done this in 30 years. We hope to really raise a bunch of money for the Ike Foundation, and also it's going to be amazing when someone wins my boat. So very excited about that, guys. I hope you're excited about it as well.
I'm excited. I'm hoping we can do a lot for the foundation because the number of requests that have been coming in year after year for needing product all over the country are just getting bigger and bigger. So if we can make sure to support every request that comes through, that'd be amazing. Just so everyone knows, if you want to check out the Ike Foundation, go to the Iaconelli.org. Right now, we are selling tickets for our scholarship dinner, which is the last Friday of the month. It's the 29th or the 30th of January. But listen, so at the scholarship dinner, we raise all the money to give out our scholarships to graduating high school seniors heading off to college that have really given back through the outdoors. So if you know a high school senior who kind of fits that bill, head to the Iaconelli.org. They can fill out the scholarship application, and they could be one of the winners. The money is raised through this dinner. So if you are in the South Jersey area, please buy a ticket, buy a table, come join us. If you can't, but hey, $5, $10, $100, whatever you could give, we will always take, and you can designate if you want that to go to general fund, like a kid getting a rod and a reel, or if you want to go to the scholarship, you can do all that. Right now we're running a deal where any donation over $20 gets you a really cool Pura Vida bracelet with the Ike Foundation, a little fish and everything on it. So really cool. So if you do that, comes through, I'll ship you a bracelet. Mike is home So if you do want something autographed just off MikeIaconelli.com, that was my segue. It was really bad. I left the Ike Foundation. The Pro-Am is open too. We have so much more information about the foundation, whatever. I got a lot to tell you. But I don't want to bore you. But listen, if you still want to get Ike gear, you can still get it autographed for a little bit. Stuff might not come super fast because he's in and out of the house, but I'm the shipper at the moment, you should probably forgive me if I forget anything. Oh, we also have Tackle Warehouse discounts.
Ooh.
So any purchase right now on MikeIaconelli.com, you could buy a sticker for goodness sake, or you could buy one of the $15 hats and get it autographed. Whatever you buy right now gets you a Tackle Warehouse coupon. So any purchase on Tackle Warehouse over 100, you get 20% off, which, let's be honest, it's not very hard to spend $100 at Tackle Warehouse. So get an order in quick and we'll get you that coupon, because I think they expire the end of January.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of anything else that's super time sensitive.
Yeah, I think that's it. And guys, I did want to remind you real quick, the didn't get what you want for Christmas promotion, 3 chop locks in all 3 sizes, Abu Garcia Ike Series Real, and best of all, authentic old school, 1 of 12, signed, I always get mixed up with it.
Wrong one.
Sorry. Signed vest, embroidered vest. Head on over to the social accounts, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You'll see them all there.
Yep.
Follow the instructions for a chance to win that. We'll be giving it away, I guess, New Year's Day, right after New Year's. So
yep.
Also want to thank our sponsors. Becky mentioned Ike Foundation. Also Abu Garcia. Head on over to abugarcia.com. Check out that great stuff, including the Beast. Tackle Warehouse. Head on over to tacklewarehouse.com. Lots of great exclusives over there. And thank you for watching tonight. This will be, I don't know if you knew this, this will be the last Ike Live at the bar.
Oh, have to change
that until the new year.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. I just thought of that. So this will be the last time we talk to you guys, hang out with you guys, have a cocktail with you guys before the new year. So as always, man, we really appreciate it. Like, it's so nice. We come down here and we get to hang out with you guys, and, 300-400 people chiming in with us. And we love hearing the comments. Whatever your opinion is, we love to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for watching tonight. And again, I hope you had a great Christmas. I hope you had such a blessed day. I hope you had a great time with the family. I hope you laughed a lot. I hope you had a lot of drinks, a lot of food. That's what the holidays is all about. Maybe not lobster bisque because it takes so damn long to cook. But I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas and a wonderful holiday. Let's see. Charles said, Charles, our good buddy Charles said,
subcontractor. You'll have to talk to HR about that.
You have to talk to HR about that, Charles. Yeah, and for sure, guys, Happy New Year. I hope you have a great New Year's Eve. I hope you have a great New Year. And when we come back for our next show,
next two shows, are going to be big.
2 monster announcement, guys. Yeah. Bigger than the announcement about the boat being raffled. So look forward to talking to you guys after the new year, and
I'll work on maybe getting some like flame apparel, because maybe we could do one of these fun
retro
signed hat events.
Yeah, we should have a whole. We should have a whole thing of apparel with the flame. We.
Please let me know if your husband also uses the royal we in your household.
We meaning Becky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We meaning Becky. Yeah. But hope you guys have a good one. Thank you for tuning in tonight, and I hope you have a great Christmas and a wonderful New Year. So we'll see you at the next one. We'll see you in 26.
Oh.
That sounds scary, doesn't it?
Very scary. You can do it again now.
See you in 26. Bye.
Do you fish for excitement? Do you fish for passion? Do you fish to get outside? Or do you fish to win? Abu Garcia for life. You guys know I'm a power junkie, not just on cranking, but on my trolling motor batteries. The days of running 2, 3, and 4 batteries is over. Guys, we've got this new system, and this is going to be what I run. We've got a 31 that will run everything in my boat electronic-wise, 1 battery. We've got a 36 that will run my trolling motor all day, 1 battery. Last but not least, we tie it into 1 charger, charging both batteries, and we've got an amazing system. Tie that into 3 posts, little visual indicator, Bluetooth, NEMA. You add all those things together, and you've got a system that's going to change the game. Check this out. It's the brand new Pro Guide batteries and charging system. It's a game changer.
You know, right now where we're standing, we're in Camden, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Philadelphia is right there. This is the concrete jungle. And, you know, a lot of those kids, as they grow up, they don't fish. It's interesting because they're surrounded by water, you know, the Delaware River, the Schuylkill, ponds, city park lakes, but they don't have the influence to cast, to fish, to have a rod and reel. And that became our focus, you know, is to target kids in what we call non-traditional areas, you know, urban areas, city centers, where the population's high, and let these kids have an experience. You know, it's amazing. I mean, some of the experiences we've had, whether it's Central Park in New York City, here in Camden, other parts of the country, even just casting.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable to see it, isn't it?
Yes.
It's unbelievable.
Yes.
And you know, you see these kids have this experience they've never had, and they light up, you know? The big thing, I think, for the Ike Foundation is we're not saying we want all these kids to become professional anglers.
No.
It'd be great if some of them did, but we want them to have that fishing experience because it ties them to so many other positive things. The outdoors, nature, conservation. Ecology, you know, all these amazing things in life that maybe they wouldn't have been exposed to any other way. We're trying to help with that. So it's important. It's important for us.
Yeah.
We're proud of it.
I subscribe to Bass U TV, and so should you.
Great place to learn about anything you want to know about bass fishing.
You get it at Bass U. We got the best of the best.
I'm not just an instructor, I'm a subscriber.
I'm John Cruz, and I am a subscriber.
You can always learn, and watching Bass U is definitely helps with that. It's something that I like to do, and it's definitely something that you need to do.
If I'm still learning, you should be too.
Subscribe to Bass U because you'll learn how to catch a lot more fish.
Ike Live, brought to you exclusively by Abu Garcia.